Unit 4, Lesson 4 test. Number 1. During a science experiment, a student dropped a metal ball from a height of 2 meters. The graph shows the distance the metal ball traveled from its initial position to where it hit the ground. What information does the graph give you about the speed of the metal ball over time? A. The ball travels at a constant speed. B. The speed of the ball increases over time. C. The speed of the ball decreases over time. Number 2. In a swimming race, Miho swam the first 50 meters in 42 seconds. She swam the second 50 meters in 40 seconds. What was Miho's average speed during the whole race? A. 0.82 meters per second. B. 1.19 meters per second. C. 1.22 meters per second. Number 3. An athlete is running a 5-kilometer race at an average speed of 8 kilometers per hour. She has to stop to tie her shoe. After tying her shoe, she continues running at 8 kilometers per hour. Why would her average speed for the entire race be less than 8 kilometers per hour? A. The total distance she traveled was longer than 5 kilometers. B. The total distance she traveled was shorter than 5 kilometers. C. The total time she took to complete the race increased because she stopped. Number 4. An elevator traveled 15 floors, or 50 meters, at a speed of 4.5 meters per second. What additional information is needed to determine the velocity of the elevator? A. The direction the elevator traveled. B. How long the elevator was stationary. C. How many times the elevator stopped. Number 5. The graph below shows the distance a car traveled in 5 seconds while moving on a freeway. What was the car's average speed? A. 0 meters per second. B. 14 meters per second. C. 28 meters per second. Number 6. Which of the following is a definition of motion? A. A change in position over time. B. The speed and direction of an object. C. The length of path between 2 points. Number 7. Tyrone wants to determine how fast a bowling ball travels when it's bowled. He uses a stopwatch to record in seconds the time it takes for the bowling ball to reach the pins. Which unit would be most appropriate to measure the length of the bowling lane? A. Meters. B. Grams. C. Milliliters. D. Celsius degrees. Number 8. Joanna's family drove 1,600 meters to school. The graph below represents their motion. What was the average speed during the last 3 minutes of the trip? Hint, step 1, first determine how far Joanna's family traveled during the last 3 minutes of the trip. Step 2, divide the number of meters by the amount of time. A, 120 meters per minute. B, 180 meters per minute. C, 267 meters per minute. Number 9, 3 runners compete in a 400-meter race on an oval-shaped running track. At a certain time, one runner is 15 meters behind the finish line. Which term describes the finish line? A, speed. B, relative motion. C, reference point. Number 10. A student allowed 4 different objects to roll down a ramp. He measured the distance each object rolled and the time until each object came to a stop. He plotted each point and connected it with a line from the origin of the graph. Which object had the greatest average speed? A, object A. B, object B. C, object C. D, object D. Number 11. The graph below represents the time and distance traveled by 4 different toy cars. What was the average speed of car A? A, 6 meters per second. B, 3.2 meters per second. C, 0.92 meters per second. Number 12. Which 2 measurements are needed to determine the speed of an object? A, position and time. B, distance and time. C, position and direction. Number 13. Which of the following would be best measured in kilometers? A, the height of a golf ball travels into the air. B, the length between 2 walls of a room. C, the distance a plane travels during a flight. Number 14. An airplane leaves New York to fly to Los Angeles. It travels 3,850 kilometers in 5.5 hours. What is the average speed of the airplane? A, 700 kilometers. B, 700 hours, C, 700 kilometers per hour. Number 15, this distance time graph shows the speed of 4 toy cars. Which car travels the farthest? Hint, step 1, compare the lines in the graph that represent each of the cars. Step 2, determine which car travels the greatest distance per second. A, car A, B, car B, C, car C, D, car D.